Today in Paris, you thought that you were witnessing a Veterans Day memorial of World War I. In fact, you were witnessing an occult ritual by the elite showing you that they are planning on taking over the world. How I came to that conclusion, the numbers don't lie. You will soon find out. Let's begin. When was the armistice signed? 11/11/1918. Does anybody see a 911 in that? Wink, wink, nod, nod. Look at the numbers, read them a little backward. 1918 or 11/11. There's always a 911. What is that referring to? Because that's the Gematria of Tisha B'Av, the Jewish holiday celebrating the falling, not celebrating, but mourning the loss of the two temples. And so Tisha B'Av, that specific day on the Jewish calendar, is in Gematria 911. So anytime you see a 911, you understand that you were witnessing an occult ritual. Now, why did they choose 11/11? Okay, let's begin with the number 1. What does the number 1 mean? Well, start in Genesis 1:1. In the beginning, God. So there you see that the first number 1 is by default God, because there was nothing, 0, before God. Nothing exists before God. God is the beginning of all things, as it says in Genesis 1:1. In the beginning, God. So you have an 11/11. So I'm going to show you that the people that were going there, the leaders that were participating in this ceremony, believe that they are acting as God. How many leaders went to the celebration, as you want to call it, in Paris, or the memorial? Okay, well, 70. They picked 70 leaders. Where did that number 70 come from? Were there exactly 70 nations involved in World War I? I don't think so. But if there were, that would be an interesting thing that would also go along with what I'm saying here, as you'll see in just a moment. But no, they chose 70 for a very specific reason. Okay, let's go and explain where that number 70 came from. In Genesis chapters 10, 70 families overspread the earth. In Numbers chapter 11 verse 16, Moses put 70 elders in charge over the people. In the New Testament, Jesus sent 70 disciples after he was transfigured at Mount Hermon. He sent 70 disciples to go and evangelize the world, saying that he was going to retake the position that belongs to him for 70. Well, why 70? Well, that number 70 is referring to what is believed as the divine council. Originally, there was 72. So if you see 72 or 70, you're talking about the same thing. But the numbers 71 and 72 are talking about Michael, who is over the people of Israel, and Yahweh. And how do we know that? Because the Bible says that the Lord's portion in Deuteronomy 32, the Lord's portion is his people. So Yahweh is part of the heavenly council that rules the world. The Michael angel is the guardian angel over Israel. And then you have the other 70 over all the other nations of the world. You see how this ties in? Now, this has been understood by the Jewish people for a very long time. I'm sorry you can't come in right now. Thanks for knocking, even though I asked you not to. Don't you love children? Folks, all right. Now, as I was watching this story about 11/11, kids, oh goodness, one thing you ask them not to do, that's what they do. So, 11/11, 1918, and while I'm watching the story about this ceremony, I see on Fox News right below some very interesting numbers related that are explaining to you how to interpret the numbers above. And this is not a coincidence, folks, because as you'll learn in Gematria, everything they put on television is meant to explain something to you. All the numbers, they're randomly put, not randomly, but they're put specifically to explain to you a point they're trying to make without you being able to see it. Sort of mocking you, in a sense. Well, as they're talking about the 70 people, the 70 leaders over there, I read a story below about a 70-foot tall Christmas tree that has 50,000 lights weighing 900 pounds. Well, there's that number 70 again, but now they're going to explain it for you, what the 70 means, okay? And this is all happening at the same time. You know how the words scroll at the bottom of your screen while you're watching a newscast? And okay, up above, they're showing the 70 people in Paris, the 70 world leaders. And at the bottom, they're telling you what the numbers mean by this Christmas tree story. So there's 70-foot tall Christmas tree there, and it has 50,000 lights that weighs 900 pounds. Well, 50 and 9. 59 is the number in Gematria of Freemasonry. So they're saying that this ceremony above is a Freemasonic symbol. It's a gesture saying that they are playing God and that they are planning to take over the world. This is nothing new. By the way, even though I decoded this one, I'm sure that you'll see a video about it from the same guy from whom I'm learning this system of decoding Gematria. I have no doubt that he'll probably make a video on it probably tonight or tomorrow or something. And you can learn how to decode Gematria too. On November 7th, I was waiting for a shooting to happen because the Gematria says it would. I learned that from a guy named Zachary Hubbard. I encourage you to learn the system of Gematria for yourself so you can understand and know what's going to happen, that the murders and these false flag shootings are happening by the numbers, intentionally, by their ciphers of Gematria. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I encourage you to learn. So find Gematria Effect on YouTube, and that's Zachary Hubbard's channel, and you can begin learning as I did. Buy his books, great book. But there's more to the story, okay? A few things that he doesn't add on there, a few things that will confuse you. And ask me questions, because I can give you the other side of the story, because I have the Christian background and education to do so. That eludes him a little bit, even though I think he's a great guy and is doing a wonderful job of bringing this out to the open. So, that being said, God bless you, and have a great day.